Well. Uh, Please, if you can hear me, just you can just give a thumbs up or say something. Can you guys hear me?
Hello, I'm trying to share the screen. So you seen the presentation layout?
Yes. Please, I can see it.
Huh?
Yes, please. I'm seeing it.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
But
That's
it's not
good.
sharing on my side. That's why.
Oh no, I'm seeing it from your end. So you are sharing. Once I can see it, meaning you are sharing.
Again.
Yes. Adelan, you are welcome again. Uh, so can we just give it a few more minutes to have the other people join us before we
Yeah,
begin?
yeah.
So I can see you are all set and ready for us today.
Hmm.
Yeah, I believe that they're going to be fired. Yes. So there, how was the day? I mean, to the first Sunday. How was it?
Very kind of low.
Already? Yeah, can
Yeah.
you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yeah, so I was saying that how was the day?
Um,
I mean,
the weather is very bad today.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Due to the pool of rain, right? Yeah,
We having
okay.
a very bad weather today.
Okay. But it's good
Am
that
I
we are
clear
all
enough?
here. Yes, you are very clear. You are very clear. Clear enough,
Okay.
please.
And you guys
Yeah.
seeing the screen, seeing me as well?
Yes, please. Yes. Adelan, if you are not in the lousy environment, can you turn on your camera if you are, free and ready to start? I just Okay, so it seems like she's a little busy. So yesterday and the day after were all interactive, and especially yesterday was so fantastic. We have our speaker, uh, you know, public image was good. Yes, we can see a slide, everything is good. Maybe you can just hold on a little bit. Hold on.
I'm gonna see what I have other people say. Ah, in meeting now. You're doing. Ah, in meeting now.
So we just want to give it a couple more minutes here to allow others to join us. We do have some lit comers. We have some early birds, as I like to put it. And our host is making all the necessary adjustments to have us going. But we just want to take this time to welcome each and every one of you guys. I see the team members are coming on. I want to welcome each and every one of you guys. I want to also welcome the public as well for taking the time, uh, being here with us basically for the last few days. So I think the host is back now. I'll turn it over to him. And we're here to learn today. I am excited. So over to you, Jerry.
Yes, thank you, Chief. I appreciate for stepping in so that I can see that Limo is here. Limo, if you are here, can you please unmute and say something?
Thank you, Jared.
Yeah, nice having you here today. So
Nice
that
to
our speaker is all ready for us today, and I would just like to get your own view on the topic for today. I mean, what are some of your expectations, you know, for our speaker today on the topic,
Can you
the
increase your
role of.
voice a bit?
All right. So yeah, can you hear me clearer now? Is it much better? So yes, I was saying Lemon. So today we have our speaker and she's here. You can see her. She's here early with us to tell you that she's ready. I just need some of you guys input. I mean, what are some of your expectations for our topic for today? You know, the role of a leader. I mean, we have series of other speakers who have presented on such topic and similar to this. So I mean, having another speaker that going to, talk on this topic to tell you how important and essential this topic is. So if you have some input or some of your expectation for today's section, you can, share with us. Okay, so we have Mr. Douglas Sulum is on. So yes, sir, you can unmute and we can hear you out.
Thank you. Thank you for the recognition there, Jerry. And thank you for being an amazing host, I would say. We firstly went through this topic with Matthew. It was amazing. We learned a lot of different characteristics and the do's and don'ts of a leader, what a leader is, what a leader shouldn't be, the idea of service to people, and a lot of different, indicators that came through his deliberation. So I am looking forward to Cecilia's contribution to this topic as well. I think leadership is something that our society desperately need at this time, and the best way to have the best leader is to work with the mindset. And these are forums. These type of opportunities give us the privilege, the opportunity to learn the different techniques and strategies in terms of how we become leaders. So I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it, and that would be my contribution to your question. Thank you. Jerry, I think you're muted. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes, so I was saying that was powerful. Yes, we also learned a lot from Matthew, very insightful, and just how today going to be so on fire. So yes, we have Limo. Limo, do you have anything or any expectation for today presentation by our speaker, Miss Rose? Nope. So we have Jeff, one of I always like to say he's always ready with the glasses on, and whenever you see him, just know that, haha.
Jared, I didn't hear
So,
you.
so, so yes, I was saying that. What are some of your expectations for today?
Hello?
Yeah, Limo, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I think Limo is having some internet crisis.
Yeah, sure. All right, so Chief Jeff, I mean, you've been with us, for a while now, and we have gone through a couple of speakers, it has been so amazing, and you also serve as one of our hosts, and I mean, you did an amazing job. Today, I just want to know what are some of your expectations on today's topic, and maybe if you have some insight on the topic before we have our speaker to start, anything you want to share?
Yes. Oh, thank you, Jerry. Um, Actually, most of the times you see me in glasses because I was one to, the machine light is very bright, so I was one to always wear dark glasses to reduce the radiation. So to this topic, there's a saying in our Liberian palace where say, when the music is good, it worth playing twice. So this message or this talking point, as Douglas said, Matthew deliberated on this a few days ago. So bringing it back, it only shows that it is very important because you see leadership. I can say everywhere around the world, right? The role of a leader is very important. People don't know.
Exactly.
People don't know what they are called leaders. People don't know at all. So for today's discussion by Cecilia, I look forward to again gaining more insight because we did understood from Matthew some ideas, some roles of a leader. So I'm anticipating another new idea from Cecilia, wherein we will be able to work together and reflect and learn from each other. Thank you.
Thank, thank you. That was powerful, and I like the insight from that. So yes, we have few more minutes to go, and for me, I do believe that this topic, as every one of you said, is, I mean, very important. So that is everybody business. The role of a leader. Other people have different kinds of perspective of this whole thing called leadership and how a leader should move. And so today we are here again to add to what we have learned from our previous presenter and also from Miss Cecilia Angel Rose Badu. And one thing I like is that she's like, I was just following her slides when she was sharing it. I don't know why she stopped. Like, it was kind of like good. I started to take take note, but then like she was kind of, very skeptical on that. But not to say much, Adeline, if you are here, can you say something? Adeline, are you here? All right, so Adeline is not, I think she's in a very lousy environment. So we we're gonna wait like 2 more minutes and then 2 or 1 more minutes and then begin because time is not in our favor anymore. So yesterday topic, yesterday, if some of you children noticed that yesterday, I actually never want to end that whole section, but due to time, we couldn't really ask our questions, and but the speaker was very good and I learned a lot. And even today, I was able to go over it today and try reaching out to him as well. But unfortunate, the rain couldn't permit me to go, worship with him today because my distance is kind of a far and the road condition as well. Even as we speak currently, I mean, the rain is still falling on our end here. But anyway, that's not an enough excuse. But yeah, here we are today again. All right, so our speaker is ready and we have no time to waste. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting into business. This is the part I love. Today, our speaker is no other but Miss Cecilia Rose Angel Badu, a nurse, health advocate, certified global humanitarian, and a passionate young leader committed to serving communities through healthcare, youth development, and public impact. From volunteering with help organizations to champion youth and women empowerment initiative, Ms. Cecilia journey reflect what it means to lead with purpose and service. Today at the Youth Teaching Youth Conference, Ms. Cecilia will be speaking on the topic, the role of a leader. A conversation that goes beyond a title to explore responsibility, impact, service, and what leadership truly look like in our everyday life today. We look forward to learning from her experience, her insight, passion, and making a difference to continue a meaningful conversation today that will be led by her. Ladies and gentlemen, without wasting much of our time, please, I want to see the thumbs up. I want to see the reaction as we welcome Miss Cecilia Angel Badu. Mrs. Cecilia, you are welcome. Please, the floor is
Thank
all yours.
you. Good evening, everybody. Hello?
Good evening. Good evening. Yeah,
Am I
we can
clear
hear.
enough?
Yes,
Yep,
good
you
evening.
are loud and
Thank you to the team at Vision for having me here today, and thanks to our participants as well. And once again, I'm Cecilia R.A. Babu. It's a pleasure to be here with you all. Today, I'm going to be speaking on the topic, the role of a leader. I'm a leader learning, and I know we all are going to be leaders someday, maybe not with our position, but we're going to still lead people because it counts. So today, I'm going to be driving you through leadership, how it works, how it takes to be a leader. And the first thing I want for us to know is leadership is not a position, it's a decision. That means it comes from your mind, and your mind is what transforms you as a leader. And it begins with influence, your intentionality, and your impact as a leader. So today, I'm going to be expecting a few things from my participants and listeners as well. The first thing I'm going to be giving my participants is the meaning of leadership, the role of a leader, where and how leadership starts, youth leadership, the challenges that you face when they are in leadership, and the type of leaders young people need in the society, some ethical traits in leadership, and I'm going to be driving you through the short leadership formula and how to become a better leader for our today's society. We talk about 6 views of leadership and the leadership myth versus the reality. Simple English going to be drifting off the myth. We're going to be taking the reality to carry home with us today. And after this session, I hope that my participant will understand the meaning of leadership, will grab the 6 debuts of leadership, and they will inherit or they will be able to generate their own 6 debuts when it comes to leadership. And also to have a personal reflection to leadership, how to apply the leadership formula to your life daily, and at least develop 5 ethical leadership traits and implement them in our everyday life. If I'm moving too fast, you can please let me know.
You're doing
Right?
great.
So firstly, the meaning of leadership and the role of a leader and where and how leadership starts. So many people say leader is a person that taking a role, maybe in government space or maybe in high position. But for me, I believe that a leader or leadership is the ability to be able to influence people positively through intentional actions and commitment. So to become a leader, it does not take to be a white-collar leader or to gain white-collar position. You can be anywhere in society and be a leader. It's just require how you will be able to drive people through positive change intentionally and to be committed while you drive into the change. And leadership is not about bossing people around or showing superiority or being the loudest in the room. Like you always want to be bossy when it comes to being a leader. You have to show some level of example, be a servant, serve people so that people can be able to serve you too. Like everybody can say that, for instance, Jesus, when Jesus came, he served so that he can also be served. Or leader is not someone that will be bossing people around, want to take everything for themselves. No. So there are 3 roles of a leader that I want for us to know. The first role is to inspire. And how to inspire people as a leader is to give people hope and motivation. Sometimes in society, people just need words of encouragement. People just need motivation to keep going through life. But some leaders, especially for our leaders in Liberia, they always want to be like, since you are my honor man, I'm going to, but it requires you to inspire people on the way that you do things, giving them hope that someday They can either take after you or can be more than you. The second role of a leader is to serve. Real leaders help others to grow. They do not boss people around. They do not be, or they do not act like they are everything in charge. They help people to lead. They help people to serve, and they also serve too. The next one of a leader is to guide. Leaders provide direction. People are confused. You are in a room and you are spearheading a committee, or you are the leader for or task. You are not there to be, shouting or making the room very boring for people. As a leader, you be able to provide direction, clarity. If people do not know what really to do, at least provide some level of clarity to them. That makes you a good leader. You don't have to be with a lot of finances. You have to be like in the best position before you can lead people. The next thing as a leader is for you to protect people. Stand for the truth with fairness and in unity. Do not be a partial leader. As a leader, always possess that characteristics of being very honest, united, and fair in everything you do. Do not have certain level of partial spirit on some people, and then you take some people like they are not working in society. You have to protect everybody that you are leading, almost like a chick guarding their or I don't know if guarding their babies on their wings. That's how leaders operate. The next one here is to create or change. Leaders solve problems. As a leader, be able to solve problems, create or change. Where people are lacking knowledge, be able to provide some level of knowledge for them. Be able to solve some level of critical problems for them. In that way, you show some characteristics of a good leader. That means you are intentional. That means you know what exactly you want to do to lead people. And people can even be inspired the way you lead. We don't have to have a lot to lead. It just takes how you are intentional for you to lead people. And where and how leadership starts. Leadership starts right from our home. Where how we live in our home, how we take care of choice in our homes, it starts right there. If you cannot, they say charity begins at home and ends abroad. If you cannot lead people when you are in your own home, trust me, you cannot lead people in public spaces. It will be very, very difficult for you to lead people in public space. It starts with your home. It starts with how you take on both steps to influence and make an impact in other people's life. And those people start with your own relatives, the people that you see every day. Create that change for them. Help them to solve problems. It starts with where you are living. It does not necessarily have to be your home space, but place that you find yourself every day. It can be like in your school, but leadership starts with you taking a bold step. And youth leadership and how or some challenges that youth leaders face. So as young people, we are not future leaders anymore. Like when I was back in high school or in university, people always say that we are the future leader, or we are the leader for tomorrow, or we are tomorrow's leader. For me, I sat down one time and told myself that I'm not tomorrow's leader, I'm the leader of now, because if I make an impact now, I can make an impact in the future. So if I wait for people to tell me to do things, I'm not a leader. So as young people, we are the leaders for today. It starts with how you think, positive conversation, helping, organizing without even being told to do so. Most especially using your social media positively. Like people can use media to make bully people, or for me, I believe that social media, especially for LinkedIn or Facebook, because people use to Facebook, especially for Liberians, is for you to build your platform to encourage others to follow you. Every time you post something very effective, people they are proud of you. They're not only proud of you, but they are also looking out for you to see whether you will make the least mistake for them to catch the case. You so as a leader, it starts with how you think positively. Create a space or go into a space that you will find people that are thinking likewise, how you are thinking. Create that space. Go to people social life, like for instance, you have the opportunity to attend maybe a free workshop or conferences. When you go there, you meet people that will talk to you. Do not leave from there empty. You can even take their number, share maybe pictures with them, share on the internet. I went to this program today, I met this person, and I learned few things that highlight some things. That way, it creates a space for you. You don't have to call yourself out. People will call you out, people will recognize you, and they will pick you up from amongst people that are not doing well in society. So age, it does not limit how you impact. Some people can say because I'm very old or because I'm too young, I cannot lead. I'm still in my early 20s. I'm leading people. I'm leading a whole group of people. But yes, it starts with how you think. You can be small, people can say small but mighty. You can be very small and you need a whole group of people and they will abide to your rules. Once you are not leading them in the wrong direction, trust me, age does not matter how you lead people. And there are some challenges that young people or young leaders face. And the first is the fear of failure. For instance, we have this remote health reach organization that I'm head of administrator for. When I just started organization, every time I'll be telling the that I'm not able to do this, there's a hard task for me. I was like, because I'm thinking if I start this, if I feel along the way, how will people see me to be? So that starts with your mind, how you think. And there's something that says you give your life is 100% of how you think about yourself. But once you start to think negatively, you give 50% of your life, 50% belongs to you. So that 50% that another person has, trust me, that person is going to use it against you. Every time you see them, you get intimidated. So the first challenge our young leader may face is the fear of failure. If I start this, will I not fail? If I start this, will people not look down on me? People not say I'm too small, people not say I'm too old. But it starts of how you make an impact. And peer pressure, sometimes as a leader, we will be leading ourselves in the right direction. People will be directing on where to go. But once we start to have maybe noise from the noise from noise pollution, people telling you that there's not a right way to go, who are criticizing you, you have to take a back step. I cannot do it anymore. Then it becomes a problem for you. You have to lead. You have to mount the pressure. Every time the pressure gets worse, like life is already hard by itself, and being a leader comes with a lot of challenges and lack of confidence that you know you can do something. Like lack of confidence, it comes with anybody. Like public speaking, I may be speaking to people on this platform in this forum, but if you go to people physically, you have to speak in a room of about 100 or 200 persons. Let's say 50 to 100 persons. Sometimes you get that phobia of you, like you cannot do it. But once you engage your audience, the way you engage them, you have to know your audience that you're engaging first, and then you can engage them properly. Then in that way, you'll be able to have that confidence in yourself. Once the audience grab what you are trying to say, trust me, you build your self-confidence. Once you can do it once, you can also do it twice, and you do it multiple times. You do it over time. And one way that you can help yourself to build confidence is if you want to maybe speak to a group of people, you practice alone, you practice among people that you are already used to, and then you keep yourself engaged when you are presenting to your audience. And criticism, a lot of old leaders, people that already been in power like years ago. Like for instance, when you go and apply for a job, they used to get five years experience. So there's a thing of being a young leader. Once you carry, maybe you doing a grant or you carry a proposal to people to say, small girl, what you want to limit people? What not impact you want to make? You know, they will get librarians, they just see your body size and then they criticize you without even knowing what you have to offer to them. But once you put yourself out there, tell your market in a short form, tell yourself to people, let people know who you are, let people know what you are capable of doing. In that way, you're able to get away with criticism, distractions. Young people, we are highly distracted. We get distracted so easily. In Liberia, it's very easy for people to get distracted. When you see one leader, young leader, making an impact without being distracted, it takes the grace. So, and nothing is waiting for permission, like to a class or Cherry will have to tell me that you do this. When I first saw this I vision, I never knew who had a program running. So I when I sign up for it, most time people can say I let Lenny. Every time I see small link, I will apply. So when I saw the link, I apply as a participant at first. But then when I saw people saying that you can actually speak to people, I said I can take the challenge. I'm not a good speaker. I'm still learning, but at least when I continue to talk to people, I can at least build myself. So you do not have to wait for people to tell you to do this. Take the bold step. It just start on one step. They will say a journey of 30 miles. Begin with just one step. Take that bold step. Always be able to make a change. It doesn't matter your age, your size, your financial status, or anything. Just make a change. And another thing here is you do not need everyone to believe in you. You do not need everyone to validate you before you begin or before you start to become a leader. People have to believe in you 100%. Oh. If for instance your mother believe in you, that's a belief. If your father believe in you, that's a belief. If 2 or 3 persons believe in you, that's also a belief. You don't have to wait for an entire community or entire group of people to say, I believe this person can do this before you can make a vote or you can make a change. People don't have to validate everything you do. Once you are doing the right thing and people know that you are actually doing the right thing, they want to bring you down. They want to bring it down. So as a leader, not wait for validation. But they say, okay, say I'm presenting that they boom, tell me say yes, you presenting, go ahead. No, go ahead. People, you have to make a change. You have to be a change. And you have to be a leader. A leader starts with you. And in Liberia or type of leader young people need today. Young people need leaders that are very honest. So I went for leadership training, and one thing that I grabbed from that training was the fact that leaders don't know who they really are in Liberia. They don't want to take position. If you really know who you are as a leader in Liberia, things will actually shift for us. I thought that very personally, I try to, bring it down to people that are actually leading. If you know who you are, you want to put yourself in an empathetic mood to say, if this is not me, this will be another person. So I'll put myself in this person's shoes. But most times our leaders in Liberia do not really know who they really are. So it makes it very difficult. So we need leaders that are very honest with us. We need compassionate leaders. We need disciplined leaders, leaders that are very straight on policy. To not be or hanging policy maker. Like hanging policy means if you are making policy, you make it for a certain group of people, but you have your own nepotistic behavior. Like you have people and you actually consider, you not consider the rest. If you say this, the rule, then the rule be the rule. Be a disciplined leader. If you say we should gonna wear 8 o'clock, when your leader, when your co-workers being wear 7, you also have to be there before them, or even if they be earlier than them or 1 minute or 2 minutes late, be there. Be a disciplined leader. Give yourself a schedule. Be courageous. Be responsible. Take responsibility. To not be shifting blame as a leader. I'm not the one who did it, so I'm not going to take the responsibility for that. Always be able to take responsibility for your co-workers. As a leader, you are leading a group of people. Take responsibility, good responsibility, bad ones. They will all come back to you as a leader. Be humble and be solution-minded. Bring yourself down. Like people can always say that I'm somebody that are very humble. They don't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of role I carry. If I'm here today, and I'm in a position my ED call me, either I'm not available now, but in the next 5 or 10 minutes, I'll be available in for sure. I'll make myself, if I'm not available today, I'll make myself available the next day. So be a leader people can count on. For every time you give an excuse as a leader, if people drift away, say every time we all call you, give me an excuse, so I'm not going to call her anymore. I'm not going to call him anymore. Give yourself an opportunity to lead people. Put yourself in a space. Although you can say availability is not always good, but it's sometimes good because most times you'll meet other people that will actually change your life for the better. And the world already have people that are influencing us already. We just need young people that will make an impact, be impact maker, be an impact maker, make a change. And another thing is the ethical trait in leadership. So when I attended that leadership workshop, we were asked to list some traits as a leader of my field of study. I'm a nurse, and so they ethical in university they told us that we should list some ethical principles, and we have benevolence to be good to people, fidelity to always be truthful, and veracity, fairness. They are all ethical traits that you carry out when you go to the hospital setting. So as a leader, you need some ethical traits that will guide your leadership role. So one leadership is the integrity. You have to uphold certain standards, like some schools or organization have core values. Some core values are excellence, integrity. These are the things that showcase them as people that have organization, people that lead people. Your selflessness, how you give yourself to people, how you be able to push yourself in the society freely. To not be a self-centered person or self-centered leader. Give yourself to people. Let people say you are, go and say they come on, you are very stupid because sorry for the expression, but it's also kind of being fair. As a leader, have to be very fair. That one of the ethical traits I have to build in a working environment, build a positive mindset always. Create an environment that will inspire others, that will also make people to help you to trust you, to believe in you. And you should also be transparent as a leader. Be a one-sided leader, to not be very crooked. Be a leader, possess transparent characteristics. Always a leader have at least 5 ethical traits that define you. So here I have up here I created my own vision board, and I have my ethical traits, and I have my second prayer for leadership. So every morning I wake up, I have to see if I get up. So I put it on my bed here. So I will see every morning I wake up. So as a leader, you always have to have 5 ethical traits. Then when you leave your house in the morning, say, I'm going to be a benevolent leader, which I'm going to do good for that day, you do good. I'm going to be a self-leader for that day, you doing good. Every time you practice it become a part of the same practice, makes perfect. So the more you practice, the more it become a part of you at everyday living. So and that's a formula for leadership. In leadership, they have a formula that says intentionality plus commitment equal impact. How is the formula explained? As a leader, you have to be intentional. You have to be committed. Once you are intentional, once you are committed, you make an impact. Is that clear? Because if you say I want to do this, I want to tax yourself, you say I want to get this tax done. You are intentional about this tax. No matter, excuse me, no matter how hard it may be, you have to press forward. You have to keep pushing, and you have to be committed. You say, if I commit myself to doing this thing, even if they will noise around me, or even if people do not believe in me, I'm going to be committed. And once you are committed and you are intentional, you are definitely going to make an impact. And intentionality does not mean, or it means doing things with purpose. It means doing things that people will know that you are actually doing things. Don't do this for people to see you. Not be an I7 leader like you. You're not doing things because I want people to notice me. Do it even people not watching. Do it people absence. Do it people presence. Do it people not looking at you. They look at you and say, this girl been making an impact. This girl been making an impact. Even long before I started watching, commitment means showing consistency even when it's hard. Always be consistent as a leader. Always. And impact means creating positive change in people's life. Once you are committed, once you are intentional, trust me, you are going to create positive change in people's life. No matter how young you are, no matter how old you may be, you will create a change that will be proud of you. And the next one here is how to become a better leader. As young people or as leaders, the first thing to become a better leader is to decide to care enough to act and listen more, speak less, because good leaders are people that hear people. The Bible can say, you'll be slow to speak, fast to listen, slow to react. So the thing as a leader, your ear should always be open to hear people. Your arm should always be open to embrace people. And as a leader, you should also be a good listener, listening carefully, solve problems effectively, and before even speaking. For some people, once they say, "Oh, John Brown did this," once you hear John Brown, all the in bad terms, you want to get against John Brown to get against him, and maybe you will say, "I'm putting the door in John Brown fire." That's not leaders' work. Or for instance, John Brown have the incident at home. John Brown call you say, "I'm not able to come to work today." At all costs, or if you are empathetic spirit behind, you see, at all costs, John Brown should leave whatever you're doing or whatsoever um situation you haven't done, you leave it and come to do your work. That thing when John Brown come to work, John Brown will not be said. Anything John Brown do will not be accused because he told him to come to work. A person to be there, but his spirit is not there with him. So as a leader, you will listen more, help people out more, and speak less. Let people, people should now always say, boy, Lord, give boy hard time. What are you there talking? Talk less, do more. And nothing is as a good leader, you have to learn continuously. Growth never stops. Anytime you have opportunity to learn. Anytime you have opportunity to learn. To not stop learning. Every day in life, you learn. And once that learning, you will start earning. So every day in life, you learn. You now have the infinite state. You earn respect. You earn dignity. You earn, people to be you earn people that you will be able to mentor. It doesn't have to be finances when I say earning, but to not stop learning. Once you are in the capability or capacity to learn, do that for yourself. It builds you, it builds your character, it builds people that are around you. You will always be proud to reference you in society. As a leader, to become a better leader, you have to take initiative. Do something without being forced. Like I was saying in the previous slide, you have to do things without being told to do it. You have to take the say, oh, maybe Jeff or Jerry, please do this for me before you do that. If you know this ought to be done. Like for instance, somebody put a cup there, the cup not belong here. Take the cup from there without being told to be, to take the cup from there. That way you are leading people. That way you are leading. People will see you. People will make reference of you that even if people not around, they can leave you in charge. That's how people lead. So a leader will not just born today to say I became a leader. You make yourself a leader, you build yourself, you build impact. And a leader will stay consistent. Leadership is daily service to others. A leader who serves and respect naturally. That's true. It's good not to serve people like but instead you have a project to carry on. Do not always simple in the field to the work. Yourself go there. Go there, meet people, talk to people. You don't have to as give your role to them. Just go there, meet people, talk to people. Yeah, people have to say to you. In that way, you earn better respect. It come naturally. You don't have the photo to say, your photo respect me, your photo do there for me. No. People respect you. People know that you're supposed to respect you. Once you're a leader, you lead them in the right direction, they will respect you. So leadership is service. Best leaders ask, how can I help instead of saying or doing? How can I control people? How can I gain attention? It's impact over attention. It's leadership is not about being recognized or it's not about recognition. That's why I was saying that people don't have to see you as, you have a great R7 way to say it. Unless people see me before I will work. No, it's about impact, not about attention. Make impact even people not watching you. One day your impact will make effort. And the six debuts of leadership and leadership myth as a reality. So there are six debuts in leadership that we all need to carry out today. The first one is what is my current state of leadership. As a leader, you have to have a current state. Like for instance, you say my current state of a leader, maybe I'm an emerging leader in my field of study. That's your current state. Or I'm currently a leader for so place. Then you would say what your desire state. Like for instance, you say this level is too small for me. In the next 5 or 3 years, I want to see myself this place. I want to see my institution this place. I want to see my organization in this field or in this field. So you start to take initiative, start to do things that will push you towards your desired state. So the third debut is what needs to change. For instance, if you are a leader that is not really committed, tell yourself that if I have to have a desired state, I have to do some work on some things, work on my schedule, work on how I talk to people, work on how I, interact with people, work on how I even create the platform for me to be addressed out there. Then in that way, you'll be able to know what need to be changed around you. If you need to change your cycle, you need to change even your co-workers. That comes to you having that 6 steps of leadership. And what will drive that change? Or who will drive the change? The driving of the change starts with yourself. Anything you want to do, if you want to make an impact, start with yourself. If you cannot drive yourself, you cannot drive your own change as a leader, you cannot drive people. The driving of your leadership starts with yourself. Believe in yourself. Always encourage yourself. Always build your self-confidence. In that way, you drive or change, you become a better change maker. And who will be affected by the change, both positively and negatively? Positively, you will be affected. People around you will be affected. Even your co-workers or those that you actually speaking to, they will be affected positively. Negatively, people are always criticize you, they will be affected negatively, but they will be saying that I never believe that this person could do this. I never believe that this person could actually reach this milestone. I never believe in this person. In that way, they all they feel, the negative about you, but at least you impacted people's life positively. And where will the resources come from? Sometimes resources does not have to be finances as I continue to personally, because most people say I cannot live because I don't get money. It starts with how small you start. It starts on how you can make an impact with people, how you are very intentional. The resources come from there, tell people, oh, I'm having this leadership platform. I want to, you even can speak to my people. In that way, a resource, human resource. They have to be finances, materials, some things that you'll be able to carry out the people. In that way, resources will be able to be generated. So that's the 6th debut. Your current state is the first what, your desire state is second what, your what needs to change the third what, who will drive the change, who will be affected by the change, and where the resources come from. In that way, as a leader, you'll be able to make a positive change in the society. And there are some myths in reality. The myth in leadership is very plenty. I just that will bring it down because of time, maybe. The first bit is they say leaders are born. Leaders are not born. Nobody should tell you leaders are born. Leaders are people that are made, they are developed. People develop over time. You never stop developing yourself. You never stop growing, you never stop learning. Always, in all you do, know that as a leader, you're not born. Don't say today because I'm born, my mom was a leader, or I'm a leader, I'm the president, so my time I'll be president. Your parents can be in leadership, but you do not have if you do not have the intentionality to become a leader, you will not become a leader. It starts with how you develop yourself over time, how you generate things that will help you to be a good leader. The second bit is leadership is about power. Leadership is not about power, it's about service. How you serve people. Don't say because I'm not in ministerial position, not in executive position or director position, I'm not going to lead people. Even if they're the lowest or the least in that organization that you're part of, in that space that you find yourself, always serve. Do not you say, please help me to do this, you do this. Always create that opportunity for people to say, this person can take this role. Serve people. Do not say, my power not reach there, so not below. No, go for it. Go for it, make an impact. And it's better to show up every day trying, show up one day perfect. If you show up one day perfect, see today perfect, not see you again. But if every day you show up, you try, today you feel you try again, tomorrow one day you get it better, one day you get it right. So it's the other may they say you need a title to lead. Not say my name is ambassador or my name is minister this before I can leave. My name is president this. It's start of how you influence leadership. You get the influence. Your own influence, how you influence people. You have to say because my title now you use I get a portfolio, so I'm not going to lead. It starts with your influence. And that thing is that leaders control people. Leaders not control, they inspire. If you are controlling leader, you are not a good leader. If you're not empathetic leader, you're not a good leader. If you always see yourself as the one that always the boss, you are not a good leader. Always put yourself down. Be a human person. Be somebody that have that heart to be able to serve others, to inspire others. And what I wrote here is your seat doesn't make you a leader, your actions do. You don't have to say that in be position for you. Your actions show that you're a leader. Some people they are very, very cruel to be a leader. They do not even deserve to be, referenced as a leader, but yet we give them leadership position. We have them around, we see them every day. But it starts with you, it starts with how you lead people. And another thing I want for us to be clear with is social media leadership and personal reflection. I want you to know that your online presence is also a leadership. How is that your leadership? You have to be a positive online leader. If you have a platform or social media platform, please use it effectively. It doesn't matter how you post, but it matters what you post. You can post something that will be very inspiring, but the way in which you post it, people will think it to be or take it to be different. Our minds as human already is very, very doomed at times. So we just take anything wrong with it. And there's something around in society. It's a digital era. Everybody is glued to their internet. Everybody is glued to their as soon as something spark, everybody runs to the internet. So you have to be a leader that will lead people socially and you should lead positively. Why you post every day to promote is what makes you a leader. Create a brand, promote yourself, promote others, promote how you live, promote your own life. Your words should be able to uplift people, do not destroy people. You are influencing people positively. Ask yourself, am I influencing people positively? Am my words uplifting people? Are the things I'm posting, bringing impact to people? How does my everyday post promote? What does promote? Does it promote my own social life? Nobody say against social life, so you can do that beyond closed door. Everybody can social life, but at least not everything the media is supposed to see. Media people only recognize your why you too positively. If you always be posting things that you believe in one club or another, put nothing to be serious. Once you want to do one thing serious, say that one day you jolly, I'm at least if you are in horse socially, you can enjoy yourself, but at least when you're out there in the public, because social media is global, everybody can see it. So your work should be able to uplift people. Your everything post should be able to form if you are a form of influence, a very positive influence. So if they are reflecting to them, but you reflect on few key things. What kind of leader am I becoming is the first thing to do as a leader. And the second thing is, who am I influencing daily? You can influence yourself, influence the person next to you. The person next to you can influence the next person. So if you leave this training today, and for that, you should have to ask yourself a few questions. What example to I set of my leadership? What example to I set to become a leader? Am I making a good example? Am I a good example for people to follow? Am I doing things the right way? Ask yourself. Sit down and question yourself. What change do I want to create? In life, if you want to make an impact in society, you have to ask yourself, how can I create a change? Like for instance, you go at your workplace and you see things are not going the right way. Don't say because I can't use romance, be like a romance. No. Make one difference. That person they say they plan looking at the table, soon a person can whole play change. They'll be saying it in your not saying it in your face, they will say it behind close, but at least they will say it, they will talk something good about you. So you have to ask yourself some questions, reflect on yourself. So there are a few key takeaways that I want to take from here today. The first one is leadership is not about popularity. You don't have to have a whole brand. You don't have to have multiple of thousands of people before you can say I can lead. Just have 2, 3 persons, lead them. And see whether that 2, 3 persons, not another 2, 3 persons. So it's they each one bring one method. If I can bring this person on board, the person also bring a person on board. And that person that you are bringing on board should also be able to have that, they should be able to be committed. They should be willing to do it. Don't just bring people to say because each one bring one. That mentality should be when I bring a person, that person will make an impact. And nothing is leadership is not about influence or intentional. It's about influence, intentionality, and commitment. As a leader, you have to be committed, you have to be intentional, you have to be, influential. Always, your leadership role should reflect your intentionality, your commitment to others, your commitment to your work, your commitment to your leading ability. And you do not have to wait to become a great person before you become a leader. Leadership starts with just one intentional step. Tell yourself, say, I want to do this. Before 2030, maybe I want to be this. Before 2029, I want to be this. In that space. Now for 2029, you can say, since at 2029 year or 2027, before I start making it or start doing what I want to do. Always create that space to take one intentional step, take one bold step, and you will see where it will carry you. Some people they can say they are very lucky of first thing you will do. People will be able to, see you and will handpick you to say you are the one that, choose the choosing one that people can say. So be the kind of leader who makes others believe they can rise, not tear people down, not backstab people, do not backbite people, not say negative things about people that you are leading or people that you want to lead. Always be leaders that people can trust or rely on. Help others to rise. If you can lead yourself, you can also lead others. That leading should be impactful. It should be commitment. Always help others to rise. We rise by lifting others, right? That's how we rise. So be a leader that will always be a part of the generation of young Liberians who will not wait for the change, but is going to create the change themselves. I can tell myself every day, if we are the future leaders, we can't wait for people to help us to be change makers. We have to be the change makers ourselves. To now wait for people to say lead. If you are a younger generation, tell yourself that I'll be about the first 50 or 15% that will lead people. I will not be able to help to change you. I will change myself. When people can always see me my change mood. So anything you do in life or anything you do to become a leader, you have to be willing, you have to be committed, and you have to lead with influence. So far so good. There are a few questions for icebreaker. I initially wanted to bring out the first one for people to grab. But I was actually seeing so. I have few questions, but I just want to say thank you for listening first. And the first one is a leader only someone who was a title? It's key takeaway for you. You can ask yourself, and then you can come back, be share your experience. Can a student be a leader, and can someone live without money, fame, or power? That's just few questions. Once again, I want to say thank you to the team at Vision for having me. Thank you to my listeners. Thank you to everybody that are watching. I hope to have few more sessions with you guys. Thank you.
That was powerful. That was the voice of Miss Cecilia Rose Angel Badu. She did extremely well and right now I'm overwhelmed. I don't know about you, but trust me, before the conference end, I'm definitely going to excel in whatever I do. So yes, we are into our A and Q session. If you have the question or concern, you can raise it and unmute and ask a question. Even though myself, I have few questions to ask because it's very important. Yeah, so the floor is open for question and answer. Please raise your hands before speaking. Be recognized. Okay. Yes, sir. You can unmute and ask a question.
Okay, well, thank you for giving me the opportunity. Cecilia, a brilliant presentation. I feel like you literally like was amazing through everything, basically. The the ideas, the recommendations, the definitions, everything. I think your question here for icebreaker is good. Is a leader only someone who holds a title? Based on your deliberation, I would say no to that. It's not somebody who, because leadership, according to you, is not about title, it's about service. And then you also ask, can a student be a leader? I think so. A student can be a leader, but they have to develop the characteristics to become a leader. And then the third one here, can someone lead without money, fame, or power? Definitely so. If leadership is not only about titles and positions, then people can actually lead from within, as you stated when you were discussing that leadership starts from within the home. So when it
Yes.
starts from within the home, you don't necessarily need all the money, all the fame, and all the power to be able to influence people. So
Okay.
it's mostly about positive influence.
Intentional step. One intentional step.
Correct, yes. I have a couple of questions. I will start with one, and then as everybody go around, they can be able to deliberate on it. There's this word service and servant when it comes to leadership. What is your idea on service or servant? Are leaders just meant to serve, or are they? Because a lot of people that term, that word servant, the connotation that comes with the meaning servant, it's a little bit different from what service is, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
what would you say? What would be the differences between service and servant, and which side would you put your definition of leadership on? Question.
Should I answer all the questions as one, or I should answer one at a time?
So we'll go around the room, I guess, according to the
Okay.
speaker. So I'll ask mine, and
So
other people can come in, and I'll come
yes,
back later.
exactly. Please, a question at a time, so that everyone can have the opportunity to ask that question.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Yes, please. So
Anybody
you can
else?
address the question. You can
Okay.
address the question for now.
So for service, I would say it's the act of helping, is the act of being able to help people to make an impact. And a servant is a person that works for or works to help others. So from my definition of leadership, I believe that leaders should be a servant. They should be a servant
Okay.
to others, help work for others. Because I'm saying in a position of a young leader, you have to be a servant to others, serve others, provide a service to others, but be a servant in that mind. Be able to
Okay.
assist.
All right, so that's powerful, and I hope your question has been answered. So please, before we go further, please note that the attendance sheet will be dropped in here soon. So do not forget to have your name on the attendance and to fill in the form. So yes, Miss Adelan, I see you have your hands up. Can you please unmute and ask the question?
Thank you so kindly, Cecilia, for that. Like, I guess other people there will enjoy the topic. It's good. Is there anything woman may do woman can do the same? You did extremely well on the topic. So my
Thank
question
you.
here is, as a good leader, not the bad one, as a good leader, what do you do when the people you are leading are not representing you or they are not improving? That's my question.
You said as a good leader,
Yes, 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 yes. As a good leader, because they
mhm.
have leaders, yes, and they have good leaders. Someone who is passionate, someone who has vision, someone who wants to lead. But they have some people who, because maybe because of finances, because of maybe popularity, as you said, oh, you're popular, you get money, you can run, you can
Okay.
be on this. What do you people believe
I don't think your line is actually cracking.
So there. All right, so I think Adelan is facing a little network issue, but if you didn't get the question, I will ask her to either type the question in the chat or, return when her network is stable.
yeah,
So please, just to correct something, I'm facing a little technical issue here, so you can just drop your name in the chat and your full name so that I will be able to fill in the attendance sheet for you guys today. All right, so Adeline, is the line okay before we move forward to other questions? That tells me no, not yet. So Jeff had his hand up, so we're gonna take it one at a time. So after Jeff, then we can try Adeline. If Adeline is not active, then Thomas will go ahead. So Jeff, can you please unmute and speak out?
Yes, thank you, Cecilia, for the deliberation. It was clearly understood. All of what you said, they are valid, and concerning on leadership in the role, they are all excellent. But I just have one question. In your initial opening, you said you spoke about intentional actions, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I want to know for the benefit of everybody, when we talk about intentional actions, what do you mean? How can a leader or how can a person or take that intentional action
Okay.
or steps to influence leadership or to
Okay.
influence?
So I think the first thing as a leader who wants to be intentional is to be able to set a vision. In organization have mission statement and vision statement, right? So as a leader that want to be intentional, the first thing you to have is a clearer vision of how you want to be able to organize people. That's the first thing to do if you want to be intentional. Secondly, you have to communicate properly and very clearly to people. If you want to be intentional, communicate. Don't tell people say, boom, they know what they want to do or they know how they want to do it. Communicate very effectively to people. Make them understand. People are not thinking for you. You will be a thinker for yourself. Other people will think for themselves. But communicate effectively. Next thing is to be intentional to lead with example. To not be a leader that will just want to lead with example. Lead, develop others, help others to grow. That's how I was saying. If you want to be a leader, inspire others. That's it. One of the intentionality. And the next thing is for you to people not only recognize your performance, but you should be able to address problem and address it effectively. That's how I was saying. Be a problem solver, be a critical thinker, be a solution worker. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, and hope your
Okay. So I
question
think
has been answered.
Adeline question said,
Yeah.
what do you do as a good leader when people, let me see what I can get it.
Okay, don't worry, I will read it out. My
Okay.
network. If you have access to it now, you can read it out because I'm trying to set my
Um,
network. Uh,
what do you do as a leader when people you are representing?
okay, so I'm here. So her question says, what do you do as a good leader when the
Uh-huh.
people you are leading are not improving or representing?
So the first thing to do is to be able to recognize where your people are lacking, recognize their flaws first, put them in a space to for them to be open to corrections. They should have clue of what they are not doing right. That's the first wave that you will be able to help them to be able to improve themselves and communicate your expectancy from them. What do you expect from them? Like if Pastor Jerry is leading us and we're not leading or we're not helping him in the right direction, you have to be very clear with us. This is how I want for you guys to be able to carry out this. In that way, at least people will be able to have clear understanding of what they actually want to do. That it should be communicated very clearly to them, and you should give feedback when it's necessary. Tell them to not hire from the state because when I go to the maybe you want to leave the work. I get nobody else to work for me. Tell them how they can improve themselves, help them to grow, help them recognize and encourage their improvement. Tell them that you are doing well, but you're not doing it in the right way. Let me correct you, but correct them positively. Not correct them in anger, not correct them, but correct them in love. In that way at least.
Yes, exactly. I like the way you answer this question because this is something that most of us, I want to say most of us because I don't want to be biased, that, face in our work environment, even in our home, because leadership is not just at your workplace, but even in your home. So yes, I love the way you answer. And Adeline, I hope your question has been answered to your satisfaction, but if not, you can still raise a concern. So we have Thomas. Thomas, you can ask the question. After then, I will ask mine. Yes, you can please unmute.
Only
Thank you very much for the opportunity. And also, a very big thanks to the madam who presented today, Madam Cecilia. Thanks for the presentation today. You asked a question if a student become a leader? Yes, you asked that question. So before we can address the question, or back can address the question, I would first of all like to say that leadership is often developed as a process. It's a process. It's a gradual process. Once an individual is capable, to influence people, once an individual is capable to influence group, then once you can say something that people can follow you and buy into your idea, automatically you can become a leader, or you are a leader at that point. So yes, in that light, I believe that students can absolutely become a leader, because at the end of the
sure.
day, leadership is not only limited to serving in a position. So at the end of the day,
Yeah.
one student can take an initiative in group project, or maybe helping classmates to solve some problem. Organizing school activities, automatically you become
Yeah.
a leader. So I would like to ask one question. In that
Yes, go
lot,
ahead.
for your public service now, as a leader, if only if a leadership is a process of influencing people, then how can we as a leader be able to, let's say, communicate our leadership in order to improve public services in all part of Liberia?
In all parts have better communicate your leadership service.
Our leadership, yes, in the public services.
So, like you said, you have to take initiative, right? So, in order to communicate it, you have to do share goals, share your goals with people. Like, I don't know if you have studied, but I'll use my as an example. If my goal is to be able to solve problems relating to health, I should be able to share my code to people to say, I want to help in maternal and child health. I want to help people to have a safe delivery, to reduce maternal mortality, to help reduce maternal morbidity. In that life, you are sharing your course with people that are in likewise feel or in the same field with you. Tell them, let them be able to embrace what you are even trying to say to them, or you are even trying to carry out. The next thing to do is choose services. How you lead with people through service. If you say I want to make an impact, I want to lead people in the right direction or share my goal with them, be able to share it in the right direction, be a proper listener to people. If you communicate with them, you have to listen to them. So one guy you get a very added on them. Sometimes you have to have you always get reporters. You always have them anywhere you go. People will see the truth. They say the truth because they want to know how capable or how competent you can lead them. So in your field, say you say I want to be a change maker, I want to lead people. You will share your goals with them. Like, oh, there's my plans or there's my vision, and I want to be able to help 5 or 10% to achieve this before certain level of time or before certain level of time. In that way, I think it will help.
Okay.
You do not need to start on a very high base. Just start being positive with your mind, because your mind will transform you into becoming somebody great.
Okay, that's powerful. And today, I stated that today was going to be very interactive and interesting, and it is interesting. So before I ask my question, I won't do justice if I don't call our Miss Limon B. Smith, Jala Smith, because I realize her hand were up pressed. So please, can you unmute and ask the question?
Thank you, Jared. My camera will be off, my network is
Yeah,
so
maybe.
bad today.
Okay,
I
no
in
problem.
different.
Cecilia, thank you. You did extremely well. So I want to make a point and ask question. And like you said something about being a leader, you don't have to like post anything on the internet. You don't have to go to talk. And I want you to know, and everybody listening to know that our leaders, so they are human being, right? Yeah. Even leaders who will at times post things on the internet, wearing coat suit, lava suit, they will have bad intention for people say who will go out there and just post their social life on the internet. So I don't think that makes them a bad leader. Yeah. And a leader should set an example and lead well. So my question here, um, should leaders be judged by what they say or by the service they provide or service provider?
If they should be judged by what they say,
Should leaders be judged by what they say or the service they provided or providing?
Okay, if you don't get a question, let me repeat for her. She's asking if a leader should be
Hello?
judged.
No,
Yeah, Lemon,
yeah.
let me just elaborate on it.
You,
She's
okay.
asking, can should a leader be judged by what they say or by what they do? Should a leader be judged
so
by that?
let me just give a scenario like a leader that will make a promise to people or make huge promises to people and to serve people effectively or properly. In the end, people will look out for your words or what you say, and leaders' actions actually speak for them. So if I have to answer that question, I would say leaders should be judged both by their actions and by what they say. For instance, when you go for a debate, something they can say you give your statement you can give then why you be able to do for the book they are counting you become accountable to them in whatever you say, however you speak to them, whatever I will build school. They will judge you by that. Your actions they will also judge you if you are doing good, or if you are doing good, if you are doing bad, or if you are doing bad. That they are all judgments. So I think they should be judged
I'm
by
not
both what
hearing
they
you,
say
Cecilia.
and by
I'm
what
not
they do.
hearing you. I'm not getting you. Okay.
Hello, I'm not clear.
No, you are clear from my
Network on your
end.
end on my
Hello,
end.
All right, so I
hello,
think
Limu,
Hello?
Limu. Am I clear for the others?
yes, you are clear from my
Yeah,
end.
you're clear.
Yes, I'm
She's just
hearing
have.
you now.
Okay, I think
Okay,
she.
Yeah, I'm
Limu, let me
hearing you
just
now.
go back if you didn't hear me. So you asked whether leaders should be judged by their actions or their service. And I was giving a scenario before I answered the question. I was saying like if you go to be a debate or you doing something like you running for opposition and you go to give your platform or to tell people what you
Oh,
will do
I
for
didn't say
them. You
action,
then post I will
Cecilia.
be
I
able
said can
to
a leader be judged by what they say? I didn't say action, what they say or the service that they
they, sh-
provided.
they should be judged by both their service and their actions because when you do people operate, you do bad people will judge you.
Lemon, are you there?
Limu,
Yeah?
I think Lemon is having
hello?
trouble with her network.
Yes, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing her now.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a question has it been answered? Are you okay?
Mm. All right. So
All right,
another
so
one. What is the difference between I come into what is the difference between being a leader and being a boss?
can you repeat the
Hello?
question? Can you repeat the question?
What is the difference between being a leader and being a boss? Cecilia, you got me?
Cecilia, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, she's asking what is the differences between
Yeah, myself, my network trying to
a
don't give me
leader.
hard time.
I'll just
She
drop
said, what is the difference between a leader?
and a boss.
What is the
Okay,
difference between being a leader and being a boss?
okay. So being a leader is to be a person that will be intentional, committed to provide a service to people. And being a boss, I think it's just something that almost the same, but a boss is more like somebody that will always take authority in their own hands, or always want to be like in charge, be up there. But being a leader, I think it's kind of being humble, showing empathy to people, your service, how you render it to people. And being a boss is more like how you sit up there, how you control people, how you tell people to do things. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so there, I have a question. Yeah, I have a question, and please do not forget to send in your name, your full name for attendance. We will have it during doing the attendance sheet. So I have one question here for you due to time, and then we will give you the floor to close us. So yes, my question here is that, during your presentation, you mentioned that the world already have enough influential people, right? And the world need people with impact, people who make impact, like an impact maker. Now, something here in a practical sense that what specific metrics or internal benchmark should a young person use to ensure they are truly creating change and solving problems rather than just copying the behavior of into of an how you call influencers? Did you get the question?
So you are saying how do leaders make an impact since we already have
My
change
question
makers?
says, yes, what
Mm-hmm.
specific metric or internal benchmark should a young person use as to ensure they are creating change and solving problem rather than just copying, into influencers behavior, like, because you said the world already have a lot of influential people, and
Mm-hmm.
right now the world name change maker. So now how can one,
So,
set a specific metric from the difference?
so the first thing is I want you to know leaders are people that impact people in the way they think, how they act, their work, and how they do things together. So the first thing I want for you to understand is leaders are people or impactors that influence people's behavior. They, people often follow the example of a good leader and then they take on that leader characteristics. They don't have to be like them in a nutshell, but they will take on some characteristics from them. They also shape the decisions that people make. So if you are impacting, you have to shape how people decide, how people make proper decisions, and you can either build them or you can break them. Your impact should be the one that will be able to build them instead of bringing them down. If I actually got your questions very clear, and they also be they affect your performance. If you are impacting people, perform how they do things, it actually reflects on you as a leader and it boils down to you as being a proper leader to that person. And they inspire people to grow more, to build themselves more. So your behavior, your intentionality, your impact, it's how people think, how people do things. It depends on you as a leader, as an impactful leader.
Okay. All right. So boss, you can unmute and ask a question, please.
Sorry about that, Jerry. I know you are about to close here. I just got like one more question I would like to pose to Cecilia, and I just want again thank you for your deliberation on the conversation. I have a lot of questions here. I'm not going to lie. As she was doing the presentation, I have over 5 to 6 different questions that I wrote down, but I know that we are pressed against time, and we want to again congratulate and appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here consistently. We are hoping that you're learning something, you're taking something impactful from here, and we do appreciate the host. So, without going further with my deliberation, I want to just ask a simple question to Cecilia. Talking about leadership specifically, who do you look up to for inspiration and why?
Me?
Yeah, who do you look up to and why? Who inspires you when it comes to
For me,
leadership?
when I was coming, I was still young. I used to be inspired, but later in life, after that, she's not my role model anymore. I have a mentor. She's a foreign-based mentor, and she's a preacher. Her name is Madam Funky. She's in Nigeria. So I got inspired by her when I started noticing her reels on the internet. She somebody that will teach you both your life spiritually in your life, how to build yourself for the outside world. I chose her as my mentor, as my inspiration because I love the way that she brings young people to know God and to lead people onto God and to lead people in the right direction. She's she don't know me, I don't know her, but she's my mentor. And I'm hoping that one day I'll be able to meet her. She's Madam Funky at the bio because she's somebody that she's very committed to what she wants to do. She has this leadership conference for women. Most time I watch it, I get inspired, and she share her thoughts to people. I'm a long distance mentee for her. So my dream is to one day get to know her, get to at least yeah.
Thank you for your answer. Over to you, Jerry.
Because of her
Thank
that
you.
I actually have my second breath for leadership. I created a second breath for leadership because of her.
Thank you. That was powerful. And I will just give the floor over to our speaker to give her short parting comment. Then we can close. So yeah, Miss Cecilia Rose Angel Badu, I love to call your full name. Can you please give your parting statement?
Yeah, once again, I want to say thank you. I can stop thanking you guys because at least I'm able to meet my fellow young people here to share my knowledge with them, and that we are still learning, we are still growing. But I just have few words for all of us here that it doesn't matter how young you are or how old you are, it matters your ability to be able to lead people. So as a leader, be ready to take discouragement, be ready to take the backlashes, be ready to stand up for what is right, but always stand up for the truth. And I want to task everybody that is here today to please find your 5 ethical traits in leadership. And then it doesn't have to be right now, but maybe in later in life you can develop your second breath of leadership. Like maybe your first breath will be when you were born, but your second breath can be what inspired me to take this bold step. It could be a second breath, and I want you to maybe create a short vision board, sticky note of your 5 ethical traits. It could be integrity, benevolence, self-confidence, selfless service. Just create something that will be able to lead you. It should be a so the ethical trait is almost like a guiding principle for you as a young person. You don't have to be a leader. You don't have to lead before you can have the ethical traits. Like something that will guide you in your everyday life. If I want to be a good person in life, I need to have this trait. Every morning, you gotta remind yourself, and I want for us to always be able to commit ourselves on to what we love doing best and what we do not love doing best. Commit yourself doing everything. Do not stop learning. Do not stop growing. Always be able to make a change, no matter how small it may be. You are a great leader and a leader that is not for those that will be at I7, but those that will actually lead without even your not watching. Lead, serve, commit, and always remember your leadership formula. Thank you, and thank you.
That was powerful, and thank you. It
Thank you.
was nice having you here today. Before we go, I want us to know that we are leader of now and not the
Yes.
future. The world does not need more influencers, but it needs impact maker who choose seven over attention, because there are a lot of us needed. We are fighting for attention these days, but you have to remember that your seat does not make you a leader. Your action do. Go out today, start making impact for the society you want and the people you want to see around you in your surrounding. Thank you. It was nice having you all here today. And if you haven't dropped your name, please make sure that you drop it in the group chat. Or before dropping the group chat, just make sure you take a screenshot of the conference today, showing as a proof that you attended today's section, and you can forward it to me personally. Then I will have your name on the list. Thank you, and God bless you all. Stay blessed.
Thank you, Pastor Jerry.
You're welcome, Miss Limon. Okay, so we are done. If
Take
you want to
five
leave
minutes,
now, you can
guys.
leave.
5 minutes.
Okay.